Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Light Out Cinders here on All on the Table. I am Dan Fighter. Uh, you can find me on the Dice Drop server on Discord or on Dice Drop TTRPG on Twitch or Instagram. Today I am your humble dungeon master, and on most days on Dice Drop as well, I do pretty much the same thing. Or sometimes I do weird voices. And currently, we are running a first debut campaign on that called Shackles of Rhyme, where everyone's trying to break out of prison and realizing that the prison is actually much worse than what they initially thought. And yeah, come check it out sometime. And joining me is a wonderful cast of players. Uh, as always, bringing us in, we have Scruffy. Hello, hello.
Howdy, everybody. I'm Matthew R. Dawson, aka at Scruffy Wanderer on the tweets and the instas. Today, I'm playing Yehoshu, the half celestial, half infernal forged cleric. Their pronouns are he, they. My pronouns are he, him. And we're jumping over to Verva.
And bringing us up next, we have Bova.
Hi, I'm Verva Wakeam. I'm pronouns are he, they. I am a transgender autistic queer creative nerd. I play Galea, Goliath Wow Wizard on the Such or something. And you can find me on Twitch and Twitter.
Indeed. And next up, we have Nobody.
Howdy, I'm Nobody. I use they, them, or thon's pronouns, and today I'll be playing the role of Project 617, a little blob of goo that knows more about how humans work than itself. You can find me elsewhere on Us Weirdos Have to Stick Together, a weekly podcast about queer representation in cartoons. And that's about it for me.
And joining us for the first time is Elle. Hello, hello.
Hi, my name is Elle. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me where I am in real life. And I'm playing a character called Percival Pussyfellow, who is everything you would imagine a private school boy would be like.
And I think that's probably the best way to sum that up. And last we had left our adventurers. They had met an interesting individual at the top of a lone tower in the middle of an ocean. Upon talking to each of them, they gained some information and found a heading to leave with to assist their newly met ally Naladax. And on the way, they found near the beachside this trashed open crag of a mountain where an old statue of the dragon god Bahamut had washed over. But as the group brought closer, they saw that there were a couple of individuals surrounding it, and as they went to investigate further, their ally very quickly told them that those are enemies, to say the least, as they saw these robed figures hiding chromatic scales underneath and these very interestingly carved out daggers in their hands, as one of them appears right behind the party with a knife baited right at them, while the others draw their weapons out. What is it that you all would like to do?
Well, we can see the one over there behind our good buddy, and more of them looking kind of angry. I kind of want to cast. Let's see. Did I remember to prepare this? Let me double check. Like, is the
What are you casting?
is the knife like right against Sly Speaker's throat, like touching?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right
Okay.
up to my neck.
Okay, so I'm not gonna cast the spell I was thinking about casting. Instead, I'm just gonna go ahead. Where did I put that? And Toll the Dead.
Oh. All right.
Got a knife to my buddy's throat. Yeah, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Give me a roll. It's a roll to hit, or is it a save?
It is a roll to save, a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. All right.
Yeah, DC 14.
I think an 18 makes it.
Yep, an 18 is going to make it.
All right. You see, Yushu just like turns and tries to invoke the departed through the holy symbol, and this person seems unaffected and looking over at you, sneers as the dagger begins to sink into Sly Speaker. I will roll to hit for that. All right. I believe a 14 does not hit, right?
And 14 hits.
Oh, I see. I was not expecting that.
Yeah. I am but a
Uh,
feeble whiz.
Fair enough. You would take, that is 7 piercing damage,
Okay.
but as it's like digging into you, you're able to like push yourself away. So
Yeah.
you get like nicked, but like the dagger doesn't sink all the way in.
Mhm.
And as that happens, I will need everyone to roll me an initiative. I'll go one by one asking, don't worry. Just a second.
Wow. Wow.
All right.
Starting things off great.
25 to 20. 20 to 15.
19.
All right. 15 to 10.
11.
What's that?
11.
11. Right. Yehoshu?
1. Hey, you know what? We're getting it out of the way now. That's all that matters.
Fair enough. Let me roll for Nolodax and Clark. All right. Great. uh. So, starting us off, we would have Sly Speaker.
I cast Blade Ward on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, as of now, that's pretty much everything I can do.
All right. Next up, it is their turn. That would be your assailants. This one right behind you will again try to just slice towards you this time.
Yeah.
Without the advantage. He'll hit you. Oh no.
Oh no.
6 more damage.
I'm resistant against piercing
Yeah.
damage. So 6?
Yes.
6 with the resistance?
So that'll get half to 3.
Yeah.
And next, this one will run up here and will throw a dart at Project. Okay. Does a 15 hit you?
No, it does not. But I do feel like, I mean, he's throwing a thing at me. I have to use deflect missiles. You only got so many opportunities.
Oh, heck
Go
yeah.
for it.
Actually, I can't use it because it only works if you get hit. So never mind.
Ah.
That's strange. You
And
would
that's
think
why
that
you
if you
get so
missed, it would
few
be more.
opportunities. uh,
My bad.
no worries. Uh, this one pulls out a crossbow and takes a shot at Lang. That's hitting. Uh, all right. You see this arrow just fires off and just pierces straight into Clang's shoulder. Just like runs back, like, and immediately at the same time, this one stays right there and begins chanting something. And you see two small runic circles appear on either side of this person, and that is their turn. Uh, next up, it is Project.
Sorry, I think I missed the ping. Who is that that's doing a weird magic thing?
Right here.
Okay, all the way over there. I guess I should ask, the map is using smaller squares. Are they still 5 feet, or are they?
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. You move yourself as if you are 2 by 2. So two
Okay,
squares is 5 feet.
okay, good to know.
Yes.
Um, hmm. And then, sorry, which one just shot our friend there?
This one shot
Okay.
Clank.
Yeah, I think that's my priority then, because you can't go around shooting our friends. That's not nice. Yeah, so I think Project's gonna just roll/glide over there in all its goopy speed. It's just picking up sand as it goes. It's got a bunch of
Yep.
sand particulate in its body. uh, Hello, I'm sorry. Would you mind not shooting my friend again? That was really not cool. And then I think it's just gonna sort of bounce upward immediately without any kind of rhyme or warning.
Yeah, for sure. Hold on. Uh, 13 misses.
Okay, fair enough. um, yeah, I think that's it, right? Because the martial arts requires me to hit with an attack, so I don't have a bonus action, so I'm done.
Oh, does it require the hit?
I believe so. Flurry of blows you can do if you just attack, but I don't want to spend that key point yet because we just started.
Oh yeah. No, like I meant like the free punch you get. That requires a hit, huh? I didn't remember
uh,
that.
oh no, when you use the attack action, you are correct.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is what we get for playing the game once a month. All right, well, I guess I'll give that a shot then.
Yeah.
That's an, that's a 19. That's better.
19 hits.
Okay. Uh, so in that case, I think what that looks like is that Six just bounces up into the air. It seems like it's
Mhm.
trying to hit him and then just clobbers him on the way back down.
Yeah. That that just adds up. Uh, hold on. So that is this guy. Da, 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 da.
I guess. Just so see, how do you like it? It's not nice, right? So stop it.
11. Which this one. All right. That is your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Naladax, who's gonna see this one next to Sly Speaker, and yeah, you see, he raises his hand and just pushes it into the air, and you hear like this low howling sound as what looks like a spectral maw of a dragon flies towards this person and just like bites down. Oh, thank God that hits. That would have been a waste otherwise. Yeah, doing a decent chunk of damage. Like just bites into this one shoulder and tears him up a bit, and this person looks a little messed up after that. And that's now Dax's turn. Bang. Well, bonus action, Bang will rage. And will run at this one and make an attack. Miss. I'll reckless it. That's a horrible roll. Oh my God, what are you doing, Bang? He still misses. I rolled a 2 and a 4.
That's a shame.
Yehoshu, you're up.
Okay, so Yehoshu is gonna go ahead and move right over here next to this dude. And as he's running up, he's got that flail out that he's kind of pulled from his belt, just kind of spinning it, and is going to take a swing. That is a 14 to hit.
On this one, 14 hits.
Awesome. Okay, so that is 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and since I'm using a bludgeoning damage, I'm going to go ahead and use the Crusher feat that I just picked up at level 4, which means that they're now going to be pushed back 5 feet away from my buddy Sly Speaker.
Alright. So they'll get pushed back there.
Mm-hmm. Now, glancing at Sly Speaker, how badly do you look injured right now?
I've seen better days.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead for my bonus action to cast Healing Word on you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm feeling kind of generous, so I'll go ahead and use the second level on you. 13 points of healing.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That would help.
Yep.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Alright. Top of the turn order. Sly, you're up.
I will cast Ice Knife on this one below me.
Go for it. Roll to hit, I believe, followed by a dex save.
Yep.
Alright.
Oh, could I finish my turn by moving myself between the bad guy and Sly?
Yeah, sure, you can do that.
Cool.
So Clang has to do a dex save.
Yep.
Alright. Matches it, so succeeds.
Mhm.
And the 11 does miss. So you see the knife flies by and this person just dodges out of the way, just like slams into the ground and explodes.
Maybe I just don't like traveling on a ship because I've been not at the top of my game.
To be fair, it's not something you've done too much of.
Yeah.
So yes, maybe just getting back to land, getting
It's
rid of
weird.
those sea legs. Uh,
I'm still
is
like,
that your? Yep. Is that your turn?
yep.
All right. Then you see all of these people. Well, this one, seeing the situation, will abandon the dagger strat for a second and will go for a bite attack against Yehoshu. Does a 16 hit?
It does not.
Just tries to like bite into you and like just like the teeth meet armor and just gets like pushed back and looks quite frustrated at that.
Ugh,
And
that's terrible. Get away from me.
this one sees two people standing very close to each other while engaged with Clang. Just like trying to hold Clang back as he like messes, looks over at you all, opens its mouth and just breathes. Both of you give me a deck save.
This is gonna go well.
Me as well? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Dex, save. Bloop.
Finally, Clang safe from this.
Is that for me too?
I got a
what's that?
16.
All right.
Did you say I needed to do a dex
Yes.
save? Okay.
Yes.
15.
15. All right. Both of you succeed, so you'll take half damage. As this this dragonborn just like opens her mouth and just into both of you as this torrent of what looks like lightning flies towards you both. As you take half of this, so that is 12 half. So both of you take 6 lightning damage.
You got it.
As it like just nicks you guys by the side. Now, at the same time, this one finishes his channel, and you see, just a second. You see two small tiny wyverns appear out of the two circles next to this person. While this person finishes that cast, this one will attack Project. Just like getting bounced in the face, like looking at you with frustration, just like tries to claw into you because they have crossbow. That's all they can do.
I mean, that's okay. If he's attacking me, he's not attacking the NPCs, so.
Does an 18 hit?
It sure does.
All right. Give me a con save.
Interesting. Oh, well, that went better than I expected.
Yeah. You take 5 slashing damage, and nothing else happens. And these two wormlings start flying in as this one darts straight towards Nolodax and goes for a bite. That's hitting. Oof. Like tears into one of his sides as just like winces back in pain, as the other one will also move up to Project and will make a bite attack. That's definitely hitting for 11 piercing damage.
Ready?
And as this is happening, and suddenly all of you are getting surrounded. Well, not all of you, but slowly. And as all of that is happening, you. Who's here? Yehoshu and Sly Speaker. You are like close to the cliffside, and you just hear like the sound of like heavy footsteps for like a second, and you look over to the top side of the hill, and you see a figure approaching. At which point, Percy, would you like to introduce yourself? What do they see?
You see a well-dressed, clearly lost young man who clearly tans, like spends a lot of time tanning in the sun, walking up and sort of wandering towards you. He is accompanied by his looks like a manservant who looks frustrated in a way of somebody who works for someone looks frustrated, where they are annoyed as all hell, but they are still smiling and trying to act like everything's fine when they're really annoyed and tired and thirsty. Beyond that, am I missing any information? Probably. He's tall. Percy's tall. He's got some armor. He's wields a shield and a long sword in one hand. And looks like he's trying to look like he knows what he's doing and where he is.
That adds up.
Oh, hello, chaps. Well, we're having a bit of a sparring match.
Evil cultists! We're fighting them! You're not cultists, are you?
Oh, no, absolutely not. That's delightful. Shall we give it a go, then?
Yeah, feel free to jump on in.
So, which ones are the cultists, dear friend? I'm unsure. You all look rather, I don't know, interesting group of people. Who are the cultists? Would you please raise your hands so I can identify you? That would be very helpful, thank you. No? Right. Sir, would you point me in the correct direction? I'm gonna look at one of the cultists and be like, are you a cultist? Or are you one of the companions? It's unclear.
Replies to you, do you speak Draconic?
Oh, fuck no, probably not. No. Absolutely not.
Just looks at you and just goes, and you can make of that what you will.
Right, well, I guess that sounds pretty culty to me. Here we go then. Right, who should I, who's the dude behind me?
That is,
I'm up the hill.
yes.
Who's the one I just spoke to? Is it this,
the one you spoke to is
opinion?
this one.
Cool, I'm gonna go towards that one, and I'm gonna whack him. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
Good at.
Yeah, you run up.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
You roll the hit.
And how do I do that? I'm here. I'm gonna figure out if I've worked out how to do. do this dice exchange to
There'll be a-
extension. See if this
Yeah,
extension thing is working. I've been generously informed on how to do, maybe.
That would be the long sword. There'll be a +5.
Yeah. Did that roll? Did that work? What I
Yep,
just
that
did?
worked. That
Cool,
worked.
that's a 19 to hit, please.
Yep, that would hit.
Cool, lovely. I'm going to do some damage in that case. I think I'm feeling very like I want to make a good impression, even though I don't like. I kind of want to act like I don't care, but I also have been wandering around for a while and lost, so I also want to make a good impression. So it's sort of like that, trying to play that balance of like, I don't care, it's very laissez-faire, but also watch this. So I'm gonna Divine Smite. And I'm going to do... What are you? Okay, so that's 10.
Yeah.
Plus, that's I believe my Divine Smite.
This with your javelin, right?
I'm clicked to Divine Sensitive. I'm gonna Divine Smite you.
Yeah, Divine Smite would be a 2d8 right now.
Yeah, and then 2d8. There we go. So that was 10 for the
Javelin.
javelin. I don't know why I said the javelin, but clearly I decided to go with my javelin instead of the longsword. Let's just go with that, because that's what I said. Okay.
I was just reading what was on the chat. It said javelin, so I read javelin.
Yeah, totally. That's what I rolled. I just did the, Percy
worries,
got
no worries.
confused. We're gonna say in game that Percy decided instead of, he was holding his longsword, put it away, got out his javelin, and did it that way because he didn't want it to be too impressive that he might intimidate everybody. Because he doesn't want to give off too bad an impression. It's a D8, right?
Yeah, it'll be a 2d8. One more.
Wow. Because I can't get it to do on roll 20, so I'll just do it on here.
That's fine. So that's 20 damage. You just like stab the javelin in, and it grunts back from the pain, and at the same time it just glows as it gives off a shockwave of holy energy, and this one falls out to a knee. Looks very, very fucked up, but is alive.
Cool. And I'll look over at John, and I'm like, John, you might want to take cover, darling.
And you see this slightly older, middle-aged looking, which you can assume is some sort of elven descent person of a sort. Just goes, yes, I'll just do that. And very, very slowly tries to saunter a little further back from the hill.
Great.
And will move this much on his turn.
Great. Lovely. Thank you.
Uh,
Do you
That
yield,
is-
sir? Do you yield? I'm gonna say it to the cultist, just repeatedly.
yeah, it's just yelling back what can only be something not nice in Draconic. And
Yes, I'm gonna do the same thing. If he does that,
Yeah.
I'll just try to yell louder and more and slowly to just try and see if he can understand my common.
yeah, that works. Project, you're up, as you have seen all of this happen just now.
Well, there's kind of a lot going on right now, but I think the first thing Project is gonna do is just start wiggling, just really, really wiggly and good. I'm spending a key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action because there's two people here who tried to fight me already, or who already started fighting me. And so
Patient
Okay.
defense, yep.
yeah, exactly. So they're still like a ball, but it's all woogly and moving around in unpredictable ways. And then I think if they solve what happened, it's just gonna zoom right over here, and they are provoking attacks of opportunity.
Yes.
But hopefully the disadvantage keeps me alive.
They will both attack you. Seeing as you're trying to jump away. So that's disadvantage. Okay. Just so you know, on the cultist attack, I rolled a nat 20 and then a nat 1.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Uh, the Drake, 16 hits or misses?
That's gonna be a miss.
All right. Just as jab at you, you dodge out of the way and you start running. This one tries to wildly claw and just smacks into the Drake instead. And you have moved into range of the other one now. What do you do?
Hello, hi. I saw you make those dragons. Please don't make any more dragons. They're really causing problems. If it'll encourage you to not beat up dragons, I'll beat you up. How's that feel, huh? And oh, okay then.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Mhm. That would help.
Hopefully.
So
Nice.
10, so that's 20 damage then.
Oh, well that's plus my modifier, so shouldn't.
Now, we double the whole.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You roll, you add, you double the whole thing.
And I guess since I have the opportunity, I'm going to use it. I'm going to spend another key point, and as this bounce attack sort of falls back, dude is just coated in some sort of foul liquid that sort of burns at him. This is the Hand of Harm ability from my monk subclass.
Ooh, yeah.
And that's gonna do 4 more necrotic.
All right.
Because oozes be acidic sometimes.
So, all right.
I don't know why that rolled twice.
You see, like it just like grunts back at pain. That's 24 damage it took this turn. Oh god. It immediately looks very, very fucked up, and just as he coughs up a little blood, you see both of the drakes disappear.
Oh, wow. Thank you for being so agreeable. Now I don't have to fight you anymore.
Broke his concentration with the drake.
Nice.
Oh, well, there goes half my encounter. Hold on, let me just adjust that.
Good job, numbers.
Hey!
And it's
Oh, did that ball of goo just do something impressive? Oh, well done, well done. Are you? Is that your familiar?
No, that's our friend, Numbers. They're really cool.
We're familiar. We've been hanging out for a few days now.
Well, not
Oh,
not
jolly
the same
good.
thing. Different thing.
Right. Well done, numbers. Tally ho.
oh, no access turn. I
look
accounted for the
increasingly-
psychic damage I will take every turn now.
I look increasingly confused by Percy. I'm just like, what the fuck is that person talking about?
I feel like that's not even Sly Speaker. That's just like out of character. at this
No, that's
point.
in character.
I know. It'll be funnier.
Secretly, I love Percy.
Oh yeah, like maybe that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. Now Dax is gonna
It'll-
move
it'll-
it to flag.
It'll
Yeah.
wear off. It'll wear off real quick. I promise.
I will not speak for anyone else, but I think it won't for me, just because of the kind of shit I end up enjoying. Dax will move in for a flank, and you see the hand just slowly crackles with this strange energy as it like elongates into this big draconic arm as he just slams it onto this cultist. That hits. Thank Lord. Okay. doing very hefty amount of damage there. And next up, it's Clang, who now has a flank, and will go in for an attack. That hit. Oh. Yeah. You see Clang looking quite upset that he missed his previous attack. Just looks at this cultist towering beneath him, is like, "We don't like you," and just brings the weapon down, squashing this cultist as this one is no longer there. And looking very pleased, he goes, "Lion can kill these things easy," and starts very happily and giddily running up towards this one. And that is his turn. Yehoshi,
Okay, well, I mean, I'm on one side and Percy's on the other, so why not take advantage of that and swing away? What do I get for flanking? I forget.
what's that?
What do I get for flanking?
Advantage?
Advantage.
Awesome. Okay. Jeez, 14.
14 on this one would just hit.
Just hits. Okay, sounds good. That's another 6 points of damage. If they're still alive, I'm not gonna push them.
Yeah, no, the flail just like this person's on one knee after that divine smite, and like just looks up at you, and you just flail and knock his face off.
Ping!
Situation hand.
Okay, with that, I'll glance over at Percy and Clang and be like, "Hey, we need to go help Numbers over there." And I'm going to...
Righto.
Yeah, you have your movement. You can move relatively close. Actually, again, don't forget, 2 squares is 5 feet. You can reach.
Looks like I can get to right...
Yeah, that's showing you the distance in single squares.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So 60 feet is 30.
Then perfect. Then I'm just gonna move right to there. Do I have anything I want to do? How are you looking, 617?
Pretty rough. I struggle with the idea of explaining how badly a goo looks injured.
I was gonna say, it's hard to tell if Project is injured or not.
That's completely fair, but I at least noticed that the cultists were kind of banging on them, so I'll just go ahead and healing word them as well.
This project looked like half-eating pudding.
Yeah, they just keep getting smaller as people knock more body mass off.
No, see, I thought about that. That's a scary thing, because that means that by the time you've leveled to, like, let's say level 10 or something, you are enormous.
So, okay. 9 points of healing.
Wonderful. Thank
9
you so much.
healing. There you go. Top of the turn order. Sly Speaker.
Can you move me down to here? Because I can't move myself.
Yeah. Oh, you can't?
Nope.
Oh no.
You see kind of like translucent cactus needles, I guess, surround this cultist's head as I will try my damn best to cast Mind Spike.
Alright, that's in save, right?
It's a with save here.
Viz save, okay.
Tippy tippy tip.
Fails it. That's an 11. I'm assuming it's higher than 11, so it fails it.
Yeah, it's 14 for the save.
11. Yeah?
I'm doing something! Yeah, that's spiking damage. As
30
these needles
psychic.
shoot into the head.
Yeah. Just immediately this person, like, actually drops their crossbow and just, like, grabs the head for a second in pain. And that is your turn.
I just
it
stopped
is-
myself off
yeah.
and being like, I think I found my ground again.
Oh. Next up, it is Percy.
Right. So, is it normal for was it numbers to be looking quite so I don't know, how do you say this politely? Bedraggled?
Draggled anymore. I was.
Okay. Right.
Undraggled.
All right now? Undraggled now.
draggled.
Right, okay. So I'm going to flank again with remind me I'm gonna go over here on the other side to try and keep flanking because I can't quite
Like
get all the way down to
here?
flank. Yeah.
All right.
And I'm going to. Can I say that while moving, I was like, okay, now I'm gonna. I can do swords. So I'm gonna back the javelin and take out the longsword. I know technically it takes a turn, but can I do that, or are we being strict with the rules?
So usually, in future combats, I will say it will take a turn. The first one, I think you accidentally clicked on javelin, so it's okay.
I did. I definitely accidentally clicked on javelin.
In future combats, it will take a turn.
Fine, fair enough. I will try and not
Yes.
accidentally click on javelin in future.
That's fine.
So I'm gonna roll advantage, I guess. So that probably does it anyway.
Yeah, 18
God,
hits.
that's terrible. 18, lovely. I'm going to do some slashing damage, and then just to show that Divine Smite also works with my fancy sword, I'm going to do a Divine Smite. Because why the fuck not?
I also like that you roll higher damage on the one-handed.
Yeah, that's that's the way it is. Then that's the way it is. I don't know.
All right, so 20 more damage on this one.
Yep.
Again, with like full panache, you like pull out the sword. You're like, it works like this too, and like you just bring the sword down,
Yeah,
cleaving into this one.
and
You
then
bisect him.
oh, yay!
That was
I think that's what we
well
call
over what
slicing
he
and-
had left.
I call that one slicing and dicing, fellas.
This one's dead.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to actually, was that my bonus action? That is my bonus action. Isn't it my Divine Smite? No, it's a spell slot. That's what I thought. Okay. First time playing a paladin, excuse me. I'm going to bonus action zone of defense so that all attacks against numbers have disadvantage.
All right.
And they provoke
Well, I
opportunity
appreciate
attacks
that.
from
I
me.
don't know if that's the best use because they already have disadvantage because I dodged on my turn.
Oh,
Dodge will
good.
wear off on your next turn, though, right?
This is
It'll wear off on my next turn. Yeah.
Yes.
this doesn't
okay.
wear off. This just you have to. The way it's written, it's that I'm presuming you have to stay within 15 feet of me.
Yes, as long as for that minute, anyone in 15 feet if you has that benefit.
Oh, anyone! I thought I picked a
Oh,
person.
okay.
Okay.
Oh no, in this case, yes. Like whoever you marked for zone of defense.
Right.
And
So would it be better
yes.
to use that?
in
On
this case-
Yehoshu?
up to you.
Oh, it's all right. Or I can do it with you, friend. You seem being the person I've been interacting with. What do you think? Would you like some extra help and protection, or do you think your friend, your gelatinous friend over there, would like some assistance?
Honestly, I'm pretty good at. I got my shield. I got my armor. I'm king. I'm decent.
Right. Well, I guess if no one wants my help, I won't help it. fine. Just like, fine, I'm not doing that then. Just
At
like-
this point, I just
Very
start to shake my head slightly.
I'd hate for you to use a spell needlessly. I'm pretty good.
Project you. I assume you don't do anything then.
No, I do nothing. I
Uh-huh.
do nothing.
In that case,
Do what my
Project
health
you
and
are.
fine.
I mean, now I feel bad. If you really want to cast a spell, go for it. I don't know. Is this what gaslighting feels like? I don't know.
It has been 12 seconds canonically since Percy has joined in. That's all I want people to know.
Oh, the guilt is now just weighing on the Yehoshu. Now I just feel really bad.
Project, what do you do? Oh?
Oh, sorry. I didn't expect it to be me again already. Yeah, I think Project just looks at this guy with their meanest look and goes, "There, now you see what happens when you're mean? You summon dragons, you get bounced, and now all your friends are dead, so just stop it, okay?" And, yeah, I think I'm just trying to persuade this guy to surrender.
Give me a
It's
persuasion.
not gonna go well.
Alright. Do you speak Draconic?
I don't. Yes, actually.
Amazing! You actually hear back just this dragonpod going, "We will not surrender. You have killed my brothers. And I will have retribution." And immediately at the end of your turn, looks over at the statue of Bahamut they were currently messing with and places a hand on it and very quickly starts muttering an incantation. At which point you see this very small but powerful shockwave pulses out from the statue. Well, in 10 feet, that would be... Okay, so everyone but the NPCs, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh dear.
This should be good. Ooh, 19.
16.
Natural one on Percy. That's great. So just to catch you up on how we are doing things, Percy, on natural ones, I am rolling severity to see how bad things go.
This is
Usually,
perfect.
yeah,
This is perfect. This is just
you can't
Humble.
make this up.
could not have written this better.
Oh no!
Am I dead? Am I just dying? I love the idea. Character walks in, character is immediately murdered. End of character. Well, it's been fun playing with you guys.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Frame of reference for what's about to happen.
Yeah,
I rolled a 99.
Oh dear.
right. And that's. It's low is good, right? And high is bad, is what you're telling me, right? Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
severity.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Actually, on a natural one, if I ever roll 1 on severity, it reverses the effect of the natural
Oh,
one.
nice.
But this is not that case. Now, all of you get hit by the shockwave. Fly Speaker and Yehoshu pass, as both of you would take 11 thunder damage.
Okay.
And
Half of us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Project, you fail, you take 22 thunder damage. And are pushed back 10 feet, and, well, you can't really fall prone, but, you know. And Percy.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Ow, dick move,
So,
dude.
It's been nice playing with you guys. It was brief. It was fun.
18 seconds have passed.
Oh, this is wonderful.
You are like kind of like standing off, like looking off to the side, being like, I'm not gonna help then. And for that one split second, you completely lower your guard.
Yep.
Like
Sounds
your
about right.
muscles relax level of
Mhm.
lower your guard. And this shockwave just hits you from the side as you
Mhm.
get flung.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
as you get flung, you take 22 thunder damage.
Mhm.
And I
And
made a religion check.
a religion check. Okay, I'm gonna see God now. Is that what's happening? Sure.
Wow. You definitely see God now.
I usually roll so badly, so the nat one was really expected, but the natural 20 is just like, okay.
Let me
Please.
swap music for a second. Hold on.
Uh...
Yeah, that's more appropriate for what's happening. So you get blasted aside, and as you're like just on the ground, you feel as you look up and you see like after that shockwave, the statue's about to tip over and fall on you,
Ooh.
and you hear a voice, a very low and gentle voice, that just asks you, just a second, just pulling up notes that I did not expect to be using today. Hmm. Yeah, that works. Yeah. All right. Just your voice go. Why you here?
Well, not really sure. What kind of a question are you asking? You mean existentially, or like in this moment, or like what kind of? Why are you here? Are you where's here?
You have wandered for quite some time, aimlessly.
I mean, I definitely had an aim. But okay, yes.
I do not mean the travel you have encountered for the past few days.
Oh.
I mean, in all your years, you have wandered aimlessly, without purpose,
Well,
only to find yourself at the feet of a relic of a war long gone.
Sorry, can you speak a bit faster? Just, what do you? Can you just? Who are what? What is your point?
You are dying,
Oh.
and I am asking you, child, why you have ran to this fate. And is there anything you wish to do about it?
Well, I'd quite like to not be dying. If you could sort that out, that'd be great.
Not dying, yeah.
Being alive would be nice. Don't quite like the comment about my life and my journey, but it's fine. You clearly are very powerful. I guess I'll take that on the chin and carry on. If I could please be living, that would be very nice. Thank you.
And as this voice is pretty much judging you, as it's also claiming that you are living your last moments, you hear a different voice interject as you just hear a voice go, "Oh, you seem to be having some trouble there."
Hello?
Hello.
I think you all need some articulation lessons, really, because it's quite difficult to hear you. Could you say that again?
Hello.
Oh, yes, hello.
I see that someone is giving you a bit of an issue there.
Well, yes.
That's a shame. Would you like... Well, before I ask you what you would like, what do you want?
What do I want? That's a good question, really. No one's ever asked me that. I don't know what I want, really. I just... Well, I'd like to be alive. I'd like to be able to tell John how to make my breakfast in just the way that I enjoy it. Get mad at him when he doesn't do it right. I'd like to maybe see my sibling again. Possibly. Not sure about that, really. Yeah, so...
And
I'll have to think about that. Can I come back to you on the answer to that question, do you think? And maybe let you know at another time when I've had time to reflect on it.
when you say that, it actually applies? Of course. Because what we want changes with time. And for now, you wish for a peaceful life. What if I told you that voice and a number of select voices like that make it quite difficult to have a peaceful life by putting a veil of judgment and responsibility on all of us? Would you like that veil lifted?
What, of being responsible? I mean, I'm very responsible.
Oh,
All
you're
the time.
responsible to your duties, yes. Do you want to be held accountable to voices you do not even know or
Not
understand?
really. No. I don't know who you are either, so it's a bit weird for you to be asking me if I want to be responsible for other voices when this is a voice I don't want to be to voices and you're a voice yourself. So it's rather confusing.
I am not holding you responsible for anything. I am merely asking you a question.
Oh, okay. What was the question? Can you say it again? Sorry.
Would you wish for this veil to be lifted and live a peaceful life of truth?
A peaceful life of...
Truth.
Oh, yes, please. Yeah, thank you.
Excellent. In that case, you'll be hearing from me soon. as I find you quite entertaining.
Right. Okay.
And I'll make sure that voice doesn't bother you anytime soon.
Right.
And
And
as
who
you
are
say,
you?
you can call me Full Gobin. Out of character, that is Full Gobin.
Can
Uh,
can I use that 20 religion check to know who that is?
with a natural 20, you would know very vaguely that the name Full Gobin is referred to as the god of madness and entropy,
Mm-hmm.
and is not very widely worshipped anywhere, really. Not too many people
Mm-hmm.
know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Mhm.
archmages might know when they delve deeper for knowledge, but that's about it.
Sure.
So, yeah, and as you say, all right, the voice fades, and your eyes like dart back open as the statue does topple over next to you.
Right.
And you can write a character trait flaw wherever you want to write this. Like just like make a little note of something. I
Foolish?
have
Foolish. It's definitely one. Foolish is definitely up in there. I'm just saying. But yeah, sure.
uh
Okay.
just add a note saying I have seen it.
I have seen it.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Nothing to be worried about, I assure you.
Yeah, no, definitely not. No. No. Uh-huh. It's always great when people refer to it. Uh vaguely.
Yes. Also, as we pull back to everyone here, after that little shockwave, that shockwave took the cultist out as well, by the way. That was just him being cornered and trying a last ditch effort, which did not work. Uh, Combat has ended. You can all pick yourselves up. Naldax also like catches up to you all. Clank catches up. Looks at you all. Is everyone alright?
Yeah, I'm kind of hurt. Uladax, your statue fell over.
I saw that. At least it isn't damaged. I don't know what that creature did to it. I'll have to look it over again. And Naldax like walks over and just starts inspecting the statue. What's everyone else doing?
I'm kind of curious about these cultists that we just murdered on the beach. So can I go ahead and take a look at them?
Yeah. Roll me investigation.
Okay, I'm gonna guide myself before I do this because I'm not that great at investigating.
I will hold my wounds and go take a look at it as well.
All right. You can give Yoshu advantage then.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Okay, so my highest was with my guidance is a 19.
19. All right. Yeah, you look over these cultists. They're all different chromatic dragonborn. And a lot of them have like wounds and scars. A lot of even like fresh wounds that you know for a fact none of you inflicted. And it seems like this was a group on the run, from what you can tell. They have like the bare minimum rations and supplies, and they've just been traveling light. And the 19, you actually go over the mage at the back who caused the shockwave, and going through this person's robes, you find this one small scrawling of what looks like a piece of a rune. Like the entire page is a few markings that seem to be a part of a rune.
Hey, Sly Speaker. I found a weird magical rune on this mage dude over here. You want to take a look at this?
I can try. Well, I can't promise I will be successful. And
yeah.
I pet the scroll in the side of my back.
Give me an arcana.
Guidance to you as well.
Boop, boop, boop. That's a D4, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bloop. Mm. 21.
21. You look over the scroll, like, again, there isn't too much to go on just from a fragment, but it does look like the beginnings of a runic circle for a conjuration spell of some kind. It seems to be some kind of either a teleportation or some kind of a like an opening that you could create between two places. You aren't entirely sure just from this fragment, but that is what you can tell.
So this looks like some sort of traveling. It's not really complete. Let's put it like that. But yeah, definitely I'd be interested to find the rest of, if the rest still exists and hasn't blown up in this, well, what just happened.
Percy?
I would like to roll over and sort of discreetly like try and sort of act as if I'm fine, even though I'm quite injured. I want to ask John to come in fluff off my clothes, like clean my clothes for me with his he always does this with his little brush. And while he does that, I want to do see if I can figure out who the statue is of. That just crushed me almost, but definitely that was intentional.
As you're standing up, you'd actually see John's already kind of like trying to saunter as quickly as he can towards you, and he goes, "Oh no, dear. Are you quite all right, Master Percival?"
Yes, absolutely fine, John. Everything is fine. But if you could, my clothes have been a bit soiled by the dust and everything. They already looked bad anyways from like wandering for 3 days, but it's sort of like I don't want extra dust on them. We have to keep up appearances, so I can't deal with anything about the tears right now. Though, you know, if John has mending, that would be great.
John does have mending.
Thank you.
High elf cantrips I gave him, butler cantrips, quite honestly.
Hey, all I need for is cantrips.
As you see, casts mending to like fix up any like broken little splotches here and there, and then casts prestidigitation to get all the dirt and grime off you, and then starts like kind of like brush you up a little and like fix up your hair. Just goes, "Oh, you look a little worse for wear there, Master Percival. Why do you throw some porridge? Couldn't perhaps pick your day up a little?"
Porridge? Yes, perhaps that would be
nice.
Lovely. That would be lovely. But do you know what the statue's of, John? I want to look at the statue.
I will do a religion check for John. You can also give me one.
Great. Like, I just want to know if it's the same person as who I spoke to.
I see.
Like, if I get a sense that it was like the first guy, or they were first person or the second person.
Yeah.
Unclear.
17. This is a statue of what looks like a very majestic dragon. This is the statue of the platinum dragon Bahamut.
Okay. All right.
That is the god of, justice and righteousness and all those things.
Perfect. Okay. Brilliant. And I'm gonna go then over to numbers and see if I can help
Yeah.
and assist with whatever they are doing. And to sort of join the others and slowly get to know these new people who I've just met.
Mm-hmm.
I think is what I'm gonna do.
John's just like trailing right behind. And yeah, while you two are investigating project, you see Mercy, just a new person. You didn't actually notice you were very far off from like the hillside. Just kind of like just walks up to you, looking quite messed up.
Hello. Hi. I'm Project 617. I'm a doctor. Do you need medical attention?
John? I mean, I can probably heal my. John, are you all right?
Quite all right. Yes.
Okay. Yep. Magic healing. You know what? That really does a number. I mean, you study for how many years to get a medical degree, and then someone comes along and can just magic your bones back together, and it's like, what do you even?
As they're saying
Sure.
that, probably on the other side, Yehoshu's trying to heal up Sly a little bit with magic. 'Cause
Right. Well,
yeah.
it's lovely to meet you all. Are you a party of adventurers?
I look at Percy and I say, no, obviously we are a party of cultists.
Well, that would be very confusing if that was the case, because I would have just killed a bunch of adventurers, and that would be depressing and make me question some things. I've had far enough of that today, as it is. Who sent you on adventure? Where are you bound?
Oh, actually, we're kind of on a side quest right now. It's a little weird. We're helping out our pal Uladax over there. That's Uladax, the one that looks like a zombie dragon. He's cool. Don't worry about it. He's actually
You look
a
over
decent
it's
one.
a robed dragonborn. Parts of his flesh is missing, and you just see like bone showing, and like this weird greenish like spectral energy surrounding him. He's just chilling.
You
Yeah,
know what?
I
think we
I
are
know he
cultists,
looks
but
weird.
Maybe we are if we hang out with him all the time.
Maybe we'll get mistaken for some.
Right.
He looks weird, but he serves the platinum dragon and was trying to find some purpose in his undead existence, and so we're helping them by finding this statue. Yeah.
Right. I see. Yes. Well, unfortunately, I've been separated from my chums. We were a group of adventurers from the Edgewater Academy. All graduates, as you see from the academy, and we were sent to slay a nest of wyverns. And of course, we did that and went very well. And then, unfortunately, I got a bit turned around, and there's some sort of miscommunication. And of course, John and I got a bit lost. It's jolly lovely to find you all.
Yehoshu to roll me an insight.
Okay, I can do that. Insight. Oh, I'm good at this. Yeah, that's an okay roll. 13.
13. Could you roll me a deception, please, Percy?
Me? Deceptive? Yeah, sure. Well, that was a 3, which is great. So that's a 5.
Oh my god!
It's a 5.
Wait, you didn't? I just noticed you didn't take proficiency in deception.
No, I didn't take proficiency
That's-
in deception. No, of course
That's
I didn't.
even better somehow.
He's not really deceptive. He's just like,
Yeah.
you know, he's an idiot.
Yehoshu, well, like just listening to this, when Percy kind of glosses over the nest of wyverns, you notice does not keep eye contact for a second during any of that, and the only like part that seems truthful is that yes, got separated and have been wandering around.
Yeah, Yehoshu's definitely going to mark that, but doesn't say anything right this second. Instead, they're going to say, so, where are you trying to get to since you got separated?
Well, okay, so we were in Rhinesfield, and then I don't know where we were heading next. So we sort of had clerks that managed all that for us, and I might have slept in. So I'm not quite sure where we were heading next. I just had to pick a fork in the road, and I picked this one, and it sort of led me here. Lucky for you.
I cannot
I'm
hear
sorry.
you.
I'm sorry. I don't
Oh.
quite hear you there, my friend.
Yeah, sorry. I hit the wrong button. And so, you really don't know where you're going, and you have no place you need to be. You're just going to kind of wander about. Hey, I don't think you've met our buddy Clang over there. Hey, Clang, you want to show Percy your
Yeah.
string?
Oh, I guess. You see this burly orc with a big hammer. Like one side is a hammer, one side is an axe, kind of a weapon on his back. Just kind of like walks up to you, reaches into like the back of his like clothes, and pulls out a singular piece of string, and just shows it to you, and then very slowly ties a very simple knot around the other finger and pulls it, and it's now around the finger. And he looks very proud.
While that's happening, I'm going to kind of grab Numbers and Sly Speaker and be like, hey, come over here real quick, y'all. Team meeting.
Can I roll a like insight check as to whether this is actually impressive in the world that Percy comes from? Like, I feel like I'm not sure. I feel like it would be so bizarre that he would never have seen it because he's such a posh boy. That he'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's cute, and impressive," or if he's just like, "This is weird. What the fuck?"
Insight with advantage.
Sure. I have a -1 to wisdom. Oh, that was history. Whoops. But I do have proficiency in insight.
That helps. Ooh.
Well, glad it was with advantage because
17.
17.
Yeah. This is definitely bizarre. This person
Okay.
seems quite proud of it, but
Okay.
at the same time, proud in the sense of ownership. Like, this is my string.
Aw. Okay, I think Percy's going to say, "Oh, that's wonderful. Can you do anything else with your string? Do you have any other tricks? Maybe I can like
Works.
can we say that in my equipment I have a yo-yo and I give
A yo-yo?
him a
Yeah,
yo-yo.
Sure.
Like a wooden yo-yo, and I say, "Oh, try this. There's lots of things you can do with this," and I hand over the yo-yo.
I club our heads with this one.
I mean, you could. It is made out of wood, but it's more. And I'm just going to show them like clearly very good at yo-yoing here. How to sort of just let it go down and come
Yeah.
back up, and just like how you can repeat that, and then like cat's cradle.
You see tries to imitate it first. You can roll either performance or sleight of hand.
Definitely performance.
15. Yeah, you're able to do a decent job.
Mhm.
You know, you form a couple of little tricks here and there. You show basics to Clang, and he tries to follow suit. None of it works. As it just like how if you like just like force it down, it just hangs dead at the bottom. Like that happens a couple times, and then he gets a little frustrated, and then he just forcefully pulls up and it like catches back in his hand, and then he does that a couple of times. He's like, "It
You'll
does
get
work.
it. You'll get it. You'll get it. Don't worry.
I already did."
I'm
And
just gonna look back at the others and see like, are they coming back? What are they doing?
yeah. So while this little attraction's happening, what is this like little sidebar you took out of this Yoshu?
Yeah, the three of us have heads, or what could reasonably be called a head in Numbers' case. But yeah, he
Arguably,
kind
my
of
entire body is a head.
yeah. So we're kind of like all together, and like hey, so like I just kind of get the vibe that this dude ended up getting all of his pals killed. Like that whole thing with the Wyverns, I'm fairly sure they're all dead, and I mean, I'm not going to judge. Adventures happen and things suck, but what do y'all think? Should we give this dude at least a lift?
I mean, I don't know if that's like. He didn't freak out when those other dragons appeared, so I would think if a bunch of dragons killed all his friends, then that would be like, upsetting or something, but he seemed okay.
I mean, that's strength, I guess, and certainly words to us, so why not?
Well, it definitely helps to have an extra meat shield, so I'm good with that. Let's just make sure they don't end up doing the same thing to us that they did to their previous party.
Hmm.
Oh.
Did say something about having magical healing
Uh,
powers, but I
At
don't know
this
how far
point,
that
by the
goes.
way, I will need a stealth check from all three of you to see if Percy hears any of this. You're at an empty beach. Sound travels.
I mean, we're stage whispering, we're talking.
My passive perception is so shit, though.
Might as well check.
Oh,
You
I
never
rolled the
know
wrong
if one
thing,
of them
sorry.
nat ones like that.
Oh, sure.
I rolled the wrong thing. I rolled sleight of
Oh.
hand. But I rolled a 2. It wasn't any better. Yeah, no, I'm being pretty loud right now.
Yeah, Percy, while you're teaching Clang yo-yo tricks, you are overhearing Yahusha say all of that.
Okay, cool. I think Percy likes the idea that he was the sole survivor of this like horrible, dangerous mission that they were sent on. Not like in the whole got everyone killed thing, but I think he prefers the idea that he was on a dangerous mission to the reality of what he was actually doing. So I think he's just gonna kind of clock that. I don't know. I'm gonna do a random I'm just gonna roll an intelligence thing to see if he is being like clever or okay. He's gonna be clever, and he's going to just hold on to that information and pretend he hasn't heard. And in future will drop hints about how terrible it was to lose his companions and lean into that side of the story a bit more.
Mm-hmm. And as you come to that conclusion, you all are having that little discussion, and you come to your conclusion. We take a little break there, an intermission, if you will, and
Sounds
we'll
good.
be back in 5 to 10 minutes. And we'll see where the party goes from here now that they have secured the statue. Oh boy. All right. Welcome back. Uh, right where we had left everyone off, the party had met a new ally? Question mark, and had dealt with a group of cultists, and one of these party members had a bit of a out of body experience, let's say, and as everyone's discussing what to do with the situation, uh, we all hop back in. Percy, you overheard all of that stuff while you were hanging out with Clang. As you finish hanging out with Clang, you look over and they're also done with their discussion and are walking back towards you. What is it that you all are doing?
I introduced Clang to Yo-Yo.
Oh, great. How you liking that, Clang?
Oh, you're the plumber, give you headshot.
That kind of works like my flail. We can just double one on either side, smush the head like a grape. It'll be awesome.
You see, like, very intrigued by the fact it's like, brushes of, like, face a little just. That actually sounds like a lot of fun.
We'll definitely give it a try next time. So hey, Percy, we're eventually heading back to the capital, but we have to, according to my notes that I just looked at, still have to go to Lintleberry to find some dude named Garuk. So I don't know if you have any plans, but if you don't want to die out in the wilderness, you can catch a ride.
Percy's gonna try and look really like, yes. I think Percy's gonna say, oh yes, I think that would be amenable to all, and is like inside and wouldn't take much of an insight check to see that like he's really happy. He's like, yay, people. As long as John can come along. John, I don't think you introduced yourself to these fine people.
Oh, my apologies. And you see this again, like slightly older, elven-looking man. Weird for an elf, but the hair is not very well kept. It is as neat as it can be, but the quality of the hair, you can tell, is a little swampy. And his own clothes are as clean and all as they can be, but just a like general level of disheveledness following in after Percy constantly, and this goes, I'm John Wickbird. I am butler and attendant to Master Percival here. And
your are your attendants waiting back at the tavern, or are they around the corner? I'd love to meet your footmen. Or
What?
foot people, sorry.
Well, I mean, I've got feet. Sly has feet. Numbers really doesn't.
No, I truly don't.
I've got feet.
Oh yeah, Clank's got
Oh,
feet.
I'm so sorry. Your butler, your
My butt
person.
what?
Butler, your attendant, your servant. Do you have a man servant, woman, person servant?
We've got somebody who pilots the boat.
Oh, delightful, and you share.
Where I come from, we do not have servants. Everyone's equal. So
Yes, of
I'm
course.
rather confused at your question.
Oh, well, yes, of course, but some are more equal than others. That is.
I just frowned at that statement. It doesn't make sense to me.
You see, like, Naladax also, like, looks at you like the half-dead dragonborn.
We're equal. I love John. Just John works for my family.
And
John.
I thought everyone. I'm so sorry. I thought everyone had a butler.
Do you work
Have
for?
that.
Do you work for John's family as well?
Huh? No, I
So
don't
that
work for
doesn't make
John.
any sense.
Okay. Well, this is new. I'd love to
If
hear more
it,
about where you're from. That sounds very exciting.
if it helps, I haven't actually seen my family in years.
Ah, well, that's
They wouldn't have an opportunity to help. I work for Master Percival and his family of my own volition. It's a well-paid, accommodating job, and they are
oh
quite
god.
keen on our services as well.
Oh, Wigbert is like family.
You actually see Waywood gives a very warm smile when you say that.
Hmm.
Just like happily, like when you say that.
Well, I mean, different strokes, I guess. Well, introductions, I suppose. My name's Yihoshu. I'm a blacksmith. Where I'm from, well, I'm from a small hamlet about 70 miles south of here. But you know, I'm just basically a traveler. Um, these are, well, why don't you guys introduce yourself?
Wang.
Yes, we've met. Delighted
Yeah.
to meet you, Clang.
Remember where I'm from, but I am Clank.
Hi, Speaker. I'm from a town called Likanim.
I mean, I kind of already gave you my elevator pitch, but you know, I'm from a lab in the capital. I was built to eat rats, and instead I decided to fix people. The end.
Oh, that's amazing.
And see the Dragonborn, also kind of like was like looking over the statue, like turns around at that and gives you like a nod and just goes, "I'm Nolodax, defender of Kaldraga. I appreciate your assistance in helping me recover the statue."
That's a pleasure. An absolute pleasure,
Yeah.
dear sir.
Speaking of the statue, Neladax, do you have a thing you want to do with it? Are we putting it on the boat, or?
Well, the issue I have is, ideally, I would want to put it on the ship to bring it back to Kaldraga, but as you may know, Kaldraga doesn't exist anymore.
That is,
I just wanted to make sure it's safe, and if you would know any place I could bring this back to that would be safe for the statue to be in, I would appreciate it.
This might seem insensitive, but Kaldraga's still there, right? It just sunk, so couldn't we put it in the sunken city? I mean, surely that's much safer than anywhere above the ground.
Well, the problem with that is, how do you expect us to get the statue safely underneath the ocean waters?
I side-eyed a scroll in my back.
I don't suppose you could like shrink it down with magic or anything like that.
As I told you before, the statue itself is divinely protected and it is magical in nature. I would not want to use other forms of magic upon it.
That's fair. Well, if we can't move it, it is pretty friggin' big, and you gotta protect it. Maybe protect it here on the beach. Like you're undead. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't really have to eat. Could you be its guardian and make sure no more assholes show up, and maybe we tell the capital to send some people or something? I don't know.
Do you want me to just guard it here?
I don't know. I'm just workshopping here.
Well, it's concerning because, well, he looks at the corpses. These people were able to find this statue here. I'm not entirely sure if that were the last of them. statue's left here. I can guard it to the best of my abilities, but as I told you, in this decrepit form, I don't know the extent of those abilities at the moment.
Just a thought. So this is a statue of your deity. Yehoshu, you know more about gods and stuff than I do. Would there be a temple to this deity in the capital? Could we just take it to the temple? Would they be willing to?
As you mention the connection to gods, you just see like Yehoshu kind of just side eye a little back and forth, like, well, I really don't know a whole lot about the gods, to be honest. They're assholes, I can tell you that much. They really are just kind of irritating, but I don't know. Maybe I know something. I'll give it a shot. Let me think here real quick with my very, very clever, intued religion-based mind.
Yeah, give me a roll.
I'll guide myself too, because I don't think this is going to go well.
I also feel the same.
Yeah, that's 5 plus whatever pops up on the. Oh, I had to hit that button again. 9. Yehoshu has no clue anything about the Bahamut Church whatsoever.
There you have it.
So, numbers. I'm pretty sure that they worship this gigantic platinum dragon, and logically speaking, the capital probably has a church there. But around here, I don't know.
Fair enough. Okay. Bad idea. But what if? So, before we came here, we made a friend, right? And he gave you a key to get back into his house. So, that's probably the safest place in the world, isn't it?
That's an interesting question. Yeah, we definitely could. He did say that if anyone who's touching me when I use it, it would take along with them. I don't know whether or not it would take the statue too. The statue's like magic. Sly Speaker, you know a lot more about magic than I do. I say as I cast guidance on you.
I can tell you I know theoretically a lot more than you, but practically, I'm not so sure. I mean, I can pick my brain for a moment if you want to.
Yeah?
Bloop. You know what? I'm actually pretty exhausted. I'm not so sure.
You got the D4.
Dip, 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 dip.
You're pretty exhausted.
Yeah, that's fair.
Theoretically, yeah. Maybe ask me again tomorrow.
Yeah, I got nothing. My only worry is
At this
that
moment, I yawn.
I like where your head is, 617. My one worry is that, like, if we use it after only seeing him a couple weeks ago and then just show up again with a statue and everything, is he going to be pissed off at us? I don't really want to fight him.
Seemed cool.
We could go back to the tavern where I was staying and regroup from there. Perhaps get some intel to find this person you're looking for.
But we're not really looking for a person. We're trying to figure out what to do with the statue.
Yeah, we gotta figure out a hiding place for this.
I thought you were looking for a person after
Oh yeah, after that, yeah. But we gotta help. We gotta help Dax here.
Well, Dax, what do you want to do with the statue?
You see, he looks a little like confused at the name, but then realizes you're referring to him and just goes, "Oh well, as I said, I just want to find a safe place for it, and as these people have told me already, much has changed since I've been out on the seas, and once I'm certain that the statue is safe, I want to ascertain the condition of a few other individuals and the Platinum Sanctuary up north."
Right. Well then, might I suggest hiding the statue in plain sight?
How would we do that?
Put it in the middle of a town square. I noticed that they didn't have a statue in their town square around Rhinesfield. I had a long conversation with the mayor about it. A great shame that they didn't have a
Give me a
statue.
history.
Oh, I can't just make up lore on the spot, you mean? Oh,
can,
what?
But when it interjects with other lore that exists,
That's totally fair.
uh,
I also,
15.
I can totally not make up 15, yeah. 15's my history.
First thing you remember while you're saying all of that, you weren't in Rhinesfield. You had to eventually regroup at Rhinesfield after the job. You
Right.
were in a town nearby, and with a 15, I'll say you will remember the name. It was Emberstone,
Right.
and they were
Okay.
having their own set of troubles, and the town square was empty. There are a set of very specific and important looking statues in town, but they guard the entryway and the gateway to essentially the governor's home, or like the mayoral home.
Right.
And yeah, so that's what you would remember. Yes.
Oh, silly me. I'm so sorry. I meant Rhinesfield. I haven't been to Rhinesfield yet. I meant to go to Rhinesfield and I went the wrong way. It's been a bit of an interesting day. And no, I meant in Emberstone. Do you know Emberstone? Delightful little town. Nice flower beds.
She was going to go ahead and pull out the map
You're
from
actually
the boat.
right about that. Holy shit. Give me a history check, you shoot. Or anyone, actually. That.
Well, Yehoshu's pulling out the map at this point because we do have a map from the ship. So, see if there's
Great.
any towns nearby from to where we are. I know we're on like the southern
Yeah,
tip of the.
Ah, a map! That would have been useful to me 2 days ago.
About.
I think I heard about Emberstone before.
What you roll? Fifth.
Shall I roll as well?
Yeah, history check.
Shu has no clue. That's why he's looking at the map.
Yeah, you just find.
Yeah, I'm still too exhausted to think about anything really.
Absolutely. And on the map, you do
Brain
see
fog.
about a week or so northwest from where you are at this beachhead. You see a small town marked Emberstone.
Ugh, a week away? That's rough. How big is the statue? Didn't you say it was like 10 feet tall or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is this something that we could pick up and move onto the boat?
Certainly try.
All right, Matt Mercer.
So I'm not saying it. I'm not asking to do the roll yet. I'm just like Yehoshu's he's a blacksmith. He knows how much he can lift, and he has a pretty good idea about how much the orc can lift. And Percy here looks at least relatively bulky.
He's pretty buff.
Yeah.
He's pretty buff.
So, between the three of us, and I don't know if Sly has any magic that might help or anything like that, but is this something
I'm too
that five
exhausted.
people? Is this something 5 people could pick up? Just if
Ooh. Ooh, if we can just lift it, I can at least move us 30. I can at least probably. Oh, I don't know if it counts things I'm carrying. I have to check the wording. Because I do have a Eladrin quality where I can face step.
You can't carry something when you face step.
Oh, doesn't. Fine.
So
Because that's the equivalent of I
Yeah.
pick someone up and I teleport.
Yeah, that's fair. You can't. I guess it's like picking someone up. I was like, it's an object. It's fine.
I mean,
Yeah,
additionally, you wouldn't be wrong.
yeah, and this makes sense.
Uh,
Because or else
Yeah,
it'd be, I pick up this house.
for whoever's trying to lift the statue up, you can roll athletics. I'll take a
Oh.
combined AC for that.
So yeah, if we all work together and I cast enhance ability on one of us, can we like make
Yeah.
this a little easier?
I mean, I can try, but my brain, well, my strength is usually in my brain, and we all know how this is.
Yeah,
At the moment,
I rolled
I
an
don't
8.
have any
so
muscles,
that's not a
so I don't
great
think this is
start.
gonna go well.
Yeah.
Would have been so funny if Percy rolled another one and
That'd be
actually gets crushed
really
this
funny.
time.
It's not. Let's save getting crushed for another time, shall we? um.
What about Yehoshu? Athletics?
I'm casting. I'm going to cast enhance ability on myself first. And doing both strengths, so at least I have
Yeah.
advantage on this. Ignore that. I don't know why it rolled that. That's weird. So this is all this does is gives me advantage.
I have a +5, but I rolled badly. I hate that. Boo.
15, not much better.
15. Clank has a +7 and he rolled badly.
Okay, it's up to me, I guess.
Imagine.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this is like the first time y'all have seen 617 do this, but I think I'm gonna spend a full action to take on humanoid form. So they're gonna stop being a blob and start being a vague and indescriptive human shape. It's still goo, it's not anything clear at all, but it looks vaguely human shaped. Because, you know, you need knees if you're gonna have traction. Here
Clank
goes.
just like, what? Like, just panicking.
Do they usually do this?
This is a first, but this is actually really cool.
Eight.
Turns out you don't get stronger just because you have leverage. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
All of you combined are barely moving this, like it's barely off the ground, and you're like, watch your fingers, and everyone's moving it very slowly. And you're trying to get it to the ship, you said?
Yeah.
This process will take at least half an hour. And you eventually reach the ship where it becomes quite difficult to, like, you know, board the ship essentially with this. So instead, I will say Nullidex offers a solution, which is you put it down next to the ship and you pull it up with rope.
That's fair.
And eventually, yeah, you're able to get it up to top deck. And you see Morgan, who was waiting at the ship, looks at you. Oh, looks like you succeeded. Are we good to leave then?
Unless anyone else has any objections.
Something I don't recall. This ship, was this just lent to us for use, or what's the sitch with that? Is it ours?
I think we were just lent it until we're done with this mission.
Okay. So we can't just leave this thing on the ship long term. We'll have to come up with something else. Alright.
Well, I mean, we still have to head to Lintleberry before heading back to the capital. There is a closer Like, where is Lintleberry in relation to where we are?
From where you are. Sec. Give me a survival check.
Okay. I'm gonna guide myself. God, I'm rolling garbage today. I rolled a 10.
10? But you have a map. That's enough. You see, it's about, if you're going by ship and hugging the coastline, it'll take a couple days probably from where you are. Like 2 to 3 days.
Can
Okay.
I try and bluster in and see if I can find a better way of getting by looking at the map? I just want to see is how you. I want to just see if Percy knows anything about maps, reading maps, like if it actually would have helped.
Yeah. Roll survival.
I want to see if there's something I know about water that could help navigate.
It's a -1. So it's...
You
I
know,
think
all
you
your
would've
minus
learned-
ones have been good rolls, right?
Yeah, clearly that. No. My religion was a +0. This is a. My deception was terrible. Anyways, I think that this is something that I actually remembered from Paladin, the academy where he trained. So maybe he can actually handle a map. I feel like he probably wouldn't have graduated if he couldn't handle a map. So maybe this is
Yeah, no,
happens to be the one.
with the 17, you look over that, yes, you can traverse by, like, hugging the coastline. Primarily because, well, Linterberry is also a port town. So that kind of works in for that. But at the same time, you notice one other thing that you shouldn't pick up on, which is along the way, there's a very small, it's a professionally made map. So there is a small marking of what looks like a reef. And you can help the helmsman find a plot around it rather than go through the reef and risk harm. Let me just put that in. And you figure that bit out. And Fly Speaker for sea travel and Windpecker, give me a nature check.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I can try.
Who's doing the nature check?
Fly
Me,
Speaker.
23.
Brilliant.
23. Yeah. You, with your knowledge of high winds and tides, you are probably able to help work the sails to cut the travel time down by a whole day. And working together, do you all set out for Lintonberry then?
Yep.
Yep.
You head on out, and the next 2 days, again, you can all mark a long rest.
Nice.
Yes.
And
I
you,
was gonna ask for a short rest if not.
I mean, 2 days travel, if you only get a short rest, that's concerning.
Yeah.
Don't give the damn ideas.
Uh,
I only have to sleep 4 hours. Surely I could have gotten 4 hours sleep. Oh god.
you, in the 2 days of travel, anyone have anything particular they want to do on the trip? Any downtime stuff?
Yehoshu would spend some of his time working on his plate armor project that he's been working on this
Mhm.
entire trip. Just once a day, making that
yeah.
next piece.
For the next piece, I'll say give me a sleight of hand.
Okay.
I want to have a look at this
Guiding myself.
wonderful scroll again.
Jesus Christ.
Huh?
So
3, 7. You are still, again, with the limited materials and resources you have on the ship, you're working your way through it. And with you guys traveling at high speed to a certain degree, it's a bit of a bumpier ride than you were used to previously, and having a hard time keeping progress. But you're making some progress along the way still. And which particular scroll are you looking at?
The water breathing.
All right, yeah, Arcana check. Let's go.
This little scroll of doom.
It's only been a few days. Oh,
17.
for the next few days, you are able to withstand the scroll of water breathing, and you can add it to your spellbook if you want.
Yay! Yay! Really?
The actual boss fight was just like finished right now, like, and
The actual
Alright.
boss fight was learning the scroll.
exactly. You guys immediately go landside. You don't need water breathing for like a while after this. It'll be hilarious. But yeah, you cross over. Project, Percy. Anything you two were doing?
Yeah, I think that Percy would like to get to know, like, spend a little bit of time with each person to know them a little bit. Spend some time, like, getting their spare set of clothes out and getting John to, like, sew up and make nice their clothes. But mostly, I think they're going to get out their painters. He's going to get out his painter supplies. And he's going to, like, do a very evocative but, like, sad painting that, like, obliquely references, like, the death of one's friend and being the sole survivor, like, the pain of being the sole survivor. And I'd like to do this with disadvantage because this fucking happened.
I was about to give you
So-
disadvantage anyway. Give me a
Okay.
performance check with disadvantage.
Okay. 1, 2.
15. Okay. You're still able to make a pretty decent, evocative piece of art. You can describe how you want it to be, what you're trying to portray there. Are you trying to show a single person grieving what looks like a dead person in front of them? Are you defending what looks like a pile of corpses? Like, whatever you want to run with.
So I think if you imagine the Caspar David Friedrich, like the Wanderer Above a Sea of Fog, that famous like romantic painting where it's like the man on a cliff in front of like big thing of fog. I think it's like kind of like that, but instead of in front of a sea of fog, it's like colors and there's like red and it's sort of, he uses the ocean spray to have it look like there's tears have sort of run down the painting. I think that's the sort of vibe, though it's not as good as Caspar Friedrich. Yeah, it's that kind of like stick figure standing in front of a thing, looking all sad. Not quite stick figure, between stick figure and Caspar.
It's relatively like well made, and like you spend like, I'll say, the next 2 days doing that. Like, it'll take some time to make, and yeah, like beyond that, you do see everyone else on the ship is doing some level of a job. You know, someone's helping with sales, someone's keeping an eye out on the crow's nest. There was stock of like rations and all being done. You, for the most part, are painting.
Can I see if I insight that I should help out, that I'm supposed to be helping? Is it like I noticed?
Disadvantage. You aren't used to even thinking about
I'm
that.
helping out, no.
Not even helping out, even considering that you need to.
No, it's like it's just not. It's like it's not that he's trying to be a jerk. It's that he just genuinely is not used to that world. Like
No,
he's used to having
exactly. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't know. Like, oh, we all have to work on this. 10? Yeah, you're not sure. You're like, oh, I guess everyone has their part to do, minus to paint.
Cool. All right. This is
And
going
yeah,
great
you-
for party. I'm gonna get kicked out of this party so damn fast.
you're working on your painting. Unbeknownst to you, John is helping out here and there, keeping the ship clean. And you, after 2 days of travel, you pass by. In the distance, you see these like large reefs and whatnot. You see what looks like remnants of other crashed ships and other small vessels near these rocks. No signs of life though. And as you're crossing by all of these, project, do you have anything you wanted to try?
Not especially. I think Project's been mostly handling food as far as the journey goes.
Yes.
But here it's probably also going up in the nest when it's not cooking, because I think I'm the only one here with an acrobatics score who might survive falling out of the nest.
Fair enough. Yeah, you keep an eye on that, and after 2 days travel, then you would be the first one to notice, like, in the distance near the landmass, that is the mainland, you'd see a small lighthouse, uh, a port with what looks like a couple of smaller vessels than yours, moving in and out. They look like small fishing boats and fishing ships. As you're approaching, it's around 3 p.m., like late afternoon or so, and a lot of them have already like come back port around this time, turning in their findings and their catch of the day. And as you approach, Morgan slowly starts pulling up the ship. Clang and Slicemaker help like raise the sails up to slow the ship down, and you finally drop anchor. And as you do, ship essentially docks near the port, and you see this one tabaxi person comes up, and they just look over at the ship and yell out, hello, welcome to Lintonberry. Please state your purpose.
I'll take this one. Does someone want to stop me from talking?
Yeah. Nope. Percy, you go show Clank some yo-yo tricks.
Oh, all right then. Fine.
Hello there.
Yes. Hello. Please state your name and business.
Yehoshu, the Emperor's business. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're actually traveling. We just need to stop in port for the night, looking for bedding and supplies.
I see. Are you staying for one night?
Probably.
All right. Well, that would be. Well, we'll make sure your ship is here and taken care of. That would be 3 silver.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do 3 silver. That's fine. Well, how about change? Because I've got 8 gold and 1 silver.
I've got some silver ones. I can do that.
I can also Percy can also like go up at that point and be like, I can do that. I can.
Sure, Percy's got it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, is it 10 silver? Did you say?
3 silver.
3 silver. Well, here's 10 silver, and consider the rest a tip, and perhaps you could get us some nice, lodgings for the evening.
I mean, I'm just a dock worker. I don't really handle the lodgings bit there, but
Perhaps you could recommend a great place to have dinner then. tell us a bit about the local cuisine and tell us about the new theatre that may be performing locally.
I mean, there's the local tavern. The placated pygmy.
Placated pig. Right.
There's some music playing there. There's good food. There's drinks, and they board as well.
Great.
Is there a lot of inns in your town, or is that the only one?
Yeah, there's probably one more. And like he thinks for a minute, and they think for a minute and just go. I believe that's the Orkanai, but I don't think they board there. I think that's just a tap house.
Fair enough. Hey, I don't suppose you know where an alchemist would be. You have one of those in town?
Thinks for a minute and just goes. Alchemist. What do you mean?
Like a potion maker. Somebody who makes potions and sells them?
The herbalist. Yes. That would be Garuk. He's in the outskirts. A bit of ways north.
Oh, cool. Actually, I wouldn't mind going there first. Can you give me directions?
Yeah, he proceeds to explain the road to get to the northern gate, essentially.
Sweet. You earned that tip. Well done, Percy. High five.
What?
Gives you a high five,
I'm like, do you need another 5 gold? I'm not sure I've got 5 gold pieces on me.
No, see how my hand is up? You put your hand against it.
Ah! Right! Ha!
We'll work on it.
And
It's cool.
the tabaxi just looks, yes, well, enjoy stay, and just whirls over to the next boat here and starts keeping, pulls up a ledger and starts writing stuff in it. And yeah, you guys, as you walk down the docks, you see there is a small pile of barrels next to a small hut, which looks like either the carve house or the shipping house where the fishermen bring in their haul of the day. Right next to that, there is a small proper carve house, which is where most of the sailors would come in after their work, where they would trade their goods and whatnot. They might find shipwrights, and going further than that, the town kind of opens out into a bunch of smaller wooden lodge buildings, which look residential. Not too many of them, a decent amount. And every now and then you might see a couple of food stalls, vendors selling baked goods, some with just fruits and vegetables. Down the line, you'd start hearing the clanging of metal, as you see a metal worker / blacksmith, this what looks like a gnome currently working at the anvil there. A very uncharacteristically ripped gnome. And moving on past from that, you would also see a couple of buildings a wood carver, furniture maker, that kind of stuff. You'd see it opens out into a circular dirt path with a small fountain in the center. Near it, you see one large stone building here, which looks like a bit more of an official building. And on the other end of that, across the other end of the circle, you see another stone building, which does look like a larger building, a lot of people coming in and out of. And there's a small little signboard on it with what looks like a small humanoid with a pair of wings, currently pouring a giant ladle into a cauldron, which says the placated pygmy. And looking around town, it's not too big of a town. More of a small settlement or even a village, and few streets going down into other houses and whatnot. A few tiny shops of bits and ends, like a general store, that kind of thing. And yeah, that is Littleberry.
I assume Nuladax and Morgan are on the ship protecting the.
Can't hear you really well.
Yeah, you're a little older.
I assume that Nuladax and Morgan are still on the ship protecting the statue.
No, they disembarked as well. You properly docked her.
Oh, I feel like you should be protecting your statue, dude.
Naldax looks at you and just goes, "Hmm. Are we not here to find a way to protect her?"
I mean, he's got to be able to see the places that we might hide it. How else will he know if it'll work?
Do we think that
Same.
we can find a place to hide it here?
Well, I was hoping that you would have more of an inkling on that. As I told you, I've been a bit out of the loop, given recent events. But fine, I'll wait at the ship. Let me know if you find anything.
Yeah, we just had to stop by here to pick something up. Then we're gonna
Oh,
find a place to put. But I mean, I don't like low key. I don't care where we put it as long as you feel like it's safe. I'm good.
I'll mind the boat then. If there's anything you need, you know where to find me. And you see Morgan stretching his leg. He's like, I've been on that ship for a bit too long. I need a drink.
Yeah,
And, like he's like stretching essentially, like.
yeah. No worries, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Have you not drank anything the whole time we were on that ship? Like, that's very bad for your fluid intake. You need to stay hydrated.
Just like looks at you like with like a tilted head and just goes, "Thanks for the tip, yes. Bless you."
Thank you.
Okay. Go round up. What's the dude's name? I just had his name a second ago. Garuk. You go
Yeah.
round up Garuk.
So you want to head on towards the obelisk shop then?
Before we head on, I turn around. Can we go to the smith? Because I would like to get a second weapon. I feel like I'm not so capable with. I pet my chain of vertebrae. I can focus.
Oh, you need a weapon? I could have made you one. You should just should have said something.
I mean, I think it's just much quicker if I just buy one, right?
Oh.
Would make me a lot more comfortable knowing what I pet my chain again. What's kind of going on?
Okay. Yeah, let's go
yeah.
check out the smith then.
Yeah, you head on over to blacksmith.
Basically, I just want to see if I can get another scimitar.
Yeah, the gnome smithing like looks up at you and just goes, "Oh, hello. You're not local. What can I get you?"
Do you have one of these? And I hold on my other scimitar.
It's like squints at it. Can't say I've made a blade like that before, but I can make one if you want. Won't be that bad.
I sure. I'll think about it. For night.
Oh.
I'll let you know tomorrow.
I mean, sure. Just remember, it takes a bit to make.
How long
Yeah.
does it take you to make one?
Yeah, looking at that, that's pretty decently made. Yeah, give me about a day. I'll get it done.
I'll whisper to Sly Speaker. I can make that in an hour.
I smile. Well, thank you. I will consider your offer. Let me sleep on it. And then I slowly start
Yeah,
backing
sure.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Can I get an iron ingot from you before we leave, or a steel ingot? I mean.
Yeah. So, don't really trade material that often, but like you see, like reaches underneath the anvil, and there's like a pile of ingots there. Just like reaches down like with like a little heft, pulls one up, and puts it on the anvil, and goes, "Oh, that'll be about 10 gold."
10 gold, man, oh man. How much does a scimitar actually cost?
25 gold.
25 gold? Okay, then yeah. Well, shit. I got 8 gold on me.
I pass him the 10 gold. Whoop.
Okay, well, that works.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Have
Look
fun
that
with
up.
these things.
You take the ingot.
Pocket that, and I'll be like, yeah, no worries. Give me once we sit down for the night, an hour, that's all I need.
What do you want for your craft?
Fist bump.
I look at... Yeah, well, we're relatively equally sized, so that should not be a problem.
Now, you know, we work together, Sly. You being able to use a weapon and have that at your disposal helps me out in the long run, too. It's teamwork.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. It's just where I come from, it's... We don't pay stuff in money, so fist bump works, I guess.
Cool.
I don't know how this works, I just, like, stand there like... So...
Here, just hold your fist out like this. Then he'll just come up and tap it.
I hold it like a little bit smaller because I think you're just that bit smaller than me.
I'm only like a few inches shorter than you is.
Yeah, you're actually one of the taller ones.
And while that's happening, you also see Morgan buys himself a whetstone from the blacksmith. And that's all. Everyone move on to the herbalist shop. All right.
Yep.
You head on over. You walk past like most of the buildings until like it's a bit more sparse in terms of structure here. And right near like the exit to the gate, you see a small stone building, the circular stone building with like a single round window on one side and like smoke coming out like of a small little chimney. And as you enter it, you immediately get hit by this like smell of just what, like literally just dew, essentially, like the smell of like just morning dew and very fresh like lavender and whatnot. And looking around, you see different vials placed on all kinds of different shelves, a few like glass cases with some very fancy looking flowers and plants, and others with what looks like even small like little colorful gemstones with like runes inscribed on it. And it's a very like well kept shop, and you see behind the counter like with his back towards you, you see this burly dwarf with dark brown hair, with like a long beard braided up together, coming down up to his waist, and long dark hair going past up till like his shoulder, and then it droops to the front and kind of flows along with the beard. And like, you know, knickknacks and whatnot kind of like tied into the braids of the beard here and there, like little beads and whatnot. And looks is wearing very like simple clothing, like just a simple shirt with like suspenders and pants. Hears you all come in, turns around, just goes, "Oh, welcome. I am. Oh, I am Garuk. This is my store. Rook's oddities and ends. Still working on the sign outside. Sorry about that. Anyway, what can I get you?
Well, well met, Garuk. Nice to meet you. My name's Yehoshu, and we're here because your pal Renfera is kind of missing you. You were supposed to make a potion for them, and you're due back in the capital a while ago, and she's kind of worried about you. So she sent us to see how you're doing.
You see when you even say the name Renfra, his face kind of drops a little, and looks almost a little guilty or sad, and it's I'm not directly looking at you. This guy and goes, I am quite aware that I'm late, and I have a duty that I have not been able to keep. Unfortunately, the odds that I was working on, I am not currently in possession of. I was going to get a shipment, and I was going to send it over, but our wagon was attacked and plundered a few days away of here, and I haven't really got the capital to make that potion again at the moment. I've lost quite a bit of other odds and ends off that wagon as well. And I am currently working on slowly rebuilding that before I send it over again. So, if Renfarai's wanting of her potion already, you'll either have to wait, or I'll have to find a way to get this back.
Honestly, I think we were just supposed to find out what happened. I don't think we're here to drag you back or whatever. I think she just wanted news, so knowing that is great. Thank you.
Oh, well, in that case, yes, I am alive.
Well, we're glad you're not dead. That's
Absolutely.
yeah.
I mean, as am I. Also, give me a history check, any one of you, other than Percy.
I can do it. I think, if I'm not brain fucked again.
You got your rest.
True.
Maybe you need more, but
Yeah, looks like I need more.
I'll guide myself and try, I guess. I don't have
Sure.
a whole lot of faith here.
Oh,
I'm wrong, however.
you're definitely more an afternoon person than I am.
Apparently so.
21.
21.
Nice.
Yehoshu, you remember Renfara had asked you for two things. One was figure out if Garuk is alright. And secondly, because he did not deliver on time, could you go pick it up for her?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so let's talk numbers here. How long would it take for you to
What
make a
about?
new one?
He looks at you again, a little curiously at Project as well, and then looks back at you and just, well, it'd take a few days to distill the ingredients from the potion itself, and then another day to actually brew it and ferment it, but the issue is that I don't have all of the ingredients on hand. As I said, most of it was lost upon that wagon.
What are
If
the
you're willing to wait
ingredients?
about a week or so, then I can get everything in order.
What attacked the wagon? Was it just like a wagon eating thing, or people?
What do you mean?
Well, you said the wagon was attacked, but was it just a big monster that eats wagons, or was it people who were stealing stuff?
And you see like little like look of disdain on his face. He goes, uh, that be the Silver Talon. It's they have been shaking up a few businesses around Lintonberry a few times here and there, and a few of the other towns nearby, but we have had them mostly under check recently, but don't know what happened. They've, so to speak, have had a bit more of a zealous gusto to them that they've been raiding with. Even when guards would go to stop them, they seem a little more, let's just say, resilient to being stopped.
Hmm.
I'm not
Do you know
entirely
where they
sure
live?
what happened, but their eyes were glowing stains green. Don't really know what they got themselves into, but it certainly helped them shake my business up mighty.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know where they live?
That's uh uh not entirely. I know that they tend to, if they're not attacking immediately in town, they tend to keep their business on the northern main road out of here. And if I were a betting man, they would have their place of business close to their place of operation.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. So we just go find these guys and we ask them very nicely to give your stuff back, and then we bring your stuff back and we're good, right?
I mean, if you're able to do that, I suppose. I don't know how well this asking nicely portion will go, but
I mean, it
that's
usually works
fine, I
out for us.
suppose. And what?
I mean, it usually works out for us. We just talk to people.
Ah,
We're actually a
Well,
lot more personable than you might suspect.
you don't say. Well, I'll leave you all to it then, and what's fair is fair. If you're able to not only retrieve the pickup, but the rest of my shipment as well, I'll give you all 20 gold apiece.
Oh, goodness. It's a lot of little round things.
We could definitely use it, so why not? We'll go and have a nice conversation with your village bullies and get your stuff back.
Yes.
Uh,
That's not an honourable way to behave. They will learn how to behave with honour in a way that befits citizens of the Empire.
A bombastic side eye, Percy.
and you think Rook just goes,
I'm gonna roll for self-awareness.
Garuk just goes, aye, lad, that's what I mean. It ain't honorable. This new empire, they say they're here to protect and create unity for all, but here we are dealing with bandits, not a single dispatch of soldiers in sight. Just a few town guards that we already had before the empire came along.
Well, you must be glad that we turned up because we'll be here to help. The Empire is here to serve.
Well, I certainly hope so.
Right, lads?
No, they don't speak for us, but we will help out for Corey.
Pretty sure we're not
And-
the Empire, are we?
No.
And as you all accept helping out Garuk, help out Renfara long term, you all head out of the shop, and that is where we will end our session today.
Cool.
I hope everyone had fun. Once again, hope everyone also had fun watching, not just playing. Thank you everyone for watching. I have been your Dungeon Master Dan Fighter. Find me on dicedrop.tdrpg on twitch.tv or Instagram. or on their Discord server, or just Fighter1 with 7 on Instagram. I play games, do funny voices. People sometimes get annoyed, sometimes people like them. We'll find out which one this is next time. And joining me once again, this lovely cast of adventures that have finally all united together. And
Yay!
we had our great Forge cleric, Yehoshu. Hello.
Well, howdy, everybody. I'm Matthew R. Dawson, and today I've been playing Yehoshu, the half celestial, half infernal forge cleric. You can find me on the Random Rhapsody Network every Monday and Wednesday, where I am your friendly neighborhood host and GM for the Debauchery Circus campaign, the Fab 5 campaign, and our newest show, Sonnet of Blood, a Chris Estrad campaign. So come check us out over on twitch.tv/Random Rhapsody.
Awesome. And next up, Sly Speaker.
Hi, I'm Babakea. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter. Today I've been playing Gaulea, a war wizard Goliath.
Lovely. And next up, Project 617.
Howdy. I'm Nobody Adams. You can find me on Twitter at patch_jacket or on co-host at Nobody. And I'm also on 2 weekly podcasts. Us Weirdos Have to Stick Together is about queer representation in cartoons, and The Axe Files is a deep dive rereading of every Animorphs book in order.
Amazing. And of course, Percy. Welcome
Hello.
aboard.
Thank you very much. I'm Elle. I'm playing Percival Pussyfellow, the Odin Paladin Eladrin, and I am excited to be here with you finally. And you can find me on Instagram at lcfont and also on Twitter, but I never check it, so I'm basically not there.
If I may, one other thing
Lovely.
I forgot, I'll also be back here next week for Artifacts of Romulus. Same time, same place.
Woo!
Right on.
And yeah, speaking of which, thank you to Transfers, the production team, which includes some of the people here, all of you for playing and having fun, the moderators in the chat, and the rest of the AOD staff. And I believe our next session for Light of Cinders is going to be 24th June?
Yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Calculating that is the thing. Anyway, yes, we shall see you next month with Light of Cinders. Hope you all had fun. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mhm.